Hello and welcome back to Macatthemovies. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you the film The Lincoln Lawyer. I've been on a bit of a McConaughey kick here lately, so I've been watching a lot of his movies, especially his more dramatic roles this past couple of months. So I even plan to do a review on another one of his films, but I've been told to watch this one and to check it out over and over again by a couple of friends, and so eventually I picked it up. iTunes had it for like $5, so I dropped it, got the movie, watched it, and loved it. So let's talk about it. Released March 18th, 2011 by Lionsgate. This film was directed by Brad Furman, who had also directed City of Lies, The Infiltrator, and Runner Runner. And stars a huge cast. Again, McConaughey we have in here. We have Marissa Tomei, Ryan Felipe, William H. Macy, John Leguizamo, Michael Pena, Bryan Cranston, and Lawrence Mason. Huge cast. Every character just amazing. One after the other. McConaughey plays this lawyer, Mickey Haller, who is just very good at his job. He pretty much works to get guilty people off scot-free, more or less. And again, he's really good at his job. He is of the opinion that if you can prove that they didn't do it, then they didn't do it, regardless if they did or not. He doesn't care. It's not his job to care. But he's essentially a lawyer, drives around chauffeured in a Lincoln car, and he, I guess he lost his license, maybe DUIs or something like that, but he has a chauffeured driver, his chauffeur Lawrence Mason, who's, you'll know from like Hackers, he played Tintin in The Crow, a few movies. I get excited every time I see him in a movie, so when I saw him and I noticed him, I was like, okay. But he drives around. The back of that car is his office. So you kind of see, as the film progresses, some of the people that he works with and that he works to help get off of hard cases. And John Leguizamo's character is sort of, as he works in the Department of Corrections, and he puts this case into Holler's lap and says, look, this is going to pay out a lot of money. I got this guy in here, help him out, and I won't share this case with anyone else, I guess. So he drops this case in his lap. You find out there are a lot of twists and turns along with this throughout the film, but essentially it's a case about a guy who had attempted to murder a hooker, and his mother is loaded and wants him off of these charges. He's running the story. He didn't do it. So McConaughey gets hired to prove that he didn't do it. That character is played by Ryan Felipe, and throughout the entire movie, you don't know what to believe. You don't know what's going on with this story. All these things just kind of keep on coming up, and you don't know what's coming up next. So Haller ends up hiring his detective, private investigator friend, Frank, who's played by William H. Macy. I guess keeps him on retainer for tough cases like this. And they start to sort of discover truths along the way. They find out that in the process they're kind of tricked with some information, but they start to uncover a few of these truths, and that's when the twists and turns become more sharp, and it gets pretty intense in the story. One of the parts of this film that I just really got me was Michael Pena's character, Jesus Martinez, is essentially a client of Haller. And it's one of those cases early on in his career where it wasn't his end-all be-all pursuit to just get people off scot-free, essentially. So he was being charged with he was being charged with murder, and he didn't get off. So he ended up in jail, and there's this whole betrayal and just really sad story, backstory going along with that. All right. Cat's jumping up, wants to look out the window. But, this really sad backstory that happens along that you see, like flashbacks, everything like that, to another murder that is very similar to the one that Ryan Felipe's character is being accused of. So it's just a really interesting story. It's a crime thriller, so the entire time you're going to be like, what is going on? Especially when another twist or another turn happens. You're like, wait a minute, okay, this doesn't make sense. But they do it in a way that keeps it interesting. So I really like that. All in all, I'm glad I was told about this film. My buddy Chase, he has told me to watch this movie. I couldn't tell you how many times. And again, I eventually watched it, and it was fantastic. So what do I have to rate it? Out of 5 stars, I give it a solid 5 stars. I definitely suggest to anyone out there, check this out if you haven't already. McConaughey's dramatic roles are absolutely brilliant. I was never a fan of like his rom-coms and stuff like that, which, granted, I believe Ed TV looks to be just that. But I've never seen Ed TV, so we'll give that one a go. But back to this, I mean, an absolute fantastic film. And again, if you haven't seen it, I definitely suggest checking it out. And if you have seen it, jot down in the comments below what you thought about this film. Did you like it or did you hate it? Smash that thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to let you know when I have new and exciting videos coming your way. And as always, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye.